Hey, it's Brian Mudd. This is my cheat sheet for Wednesday, June 13th. We're going to hit an all-time high in teen unemployment this summer. It's a staggering number. You ready for it? 70%. 70%. And when we say teen unemployment, what are we talking about? It's actually not the younger end of the teens here. With a number like that, you might think, hey, 13-year-olds trying to get a job. No, not that. 16 to 19. Studying just those 16 to 19 years of age that are looking for summer employment. 70% unemployment. All right, so a couple things here. Some of these, especially those that are 18 and 19, right? So about half of the overall number here, those are people that are just looking for work, period, because they've graduated from high school. So that's somewhat scary and somewhat more endemic of these people starting out their lives on the wrong financial foot. But here's the other piece. For recent years, in large part due to the tough economy, we've said that one of the things you have to do is try to forge relationships as quickly as possible in college. Sometimes with getting a degree that leads to direct job placement through a school with a partnership with an employer. Well, we're now arriving at the point where in high school, if you want your teen to have access to employment, you really need to have a relationship in place beforehand. Gone are the days where you finish up the school year and then you go throw out 10 applications, 5 of them give you a call, and you go get a job somewhere and you get to choose where it is. And here's the bigger thing. Is it just the economy right now? The Labor Department says no. I mean, yes, the economy certainly has a huge role in a 70% teen unemployment rate for the summer, but the Labor Department is saying that traditional summer jobs and traditional entry-level positions will probably never be there the way they once were for teens. If you think about the changing landscape of the retail environment, some of the typical jobs like movie theaters, all these areas are changing. And now, if you take a look, because of the unemployment picture at some of these entry-level jobs, you might be surprised at who you see. For example, people who aren't your typical entry-level personnel. In many cases, it's older folks that are looking to earn a little extra money to supplement their retirement. In many other cases, it's just the only employment people can get. So the Labor Department projects that teen unemployment will never reach the lower levels it did of, say, 10 years ago. So this is a changing way you have to view things, and you just have to be a little bit ahead of the curve, a little bit smarter to help prepare your teens to be able to get a job at a young age these days. Verizon, this made big news yesterday. What does it all mean? Verizon is forever going to change the way that data plans, cell phone minutes, texting is viewed. For really the duration of the cellular market, it's all been about minutes, right? Unlimited minute plans and how many minutes do I have and all that type of thing. And then we got into the texting. And so do I have unlimited texting or how many texts can I send a month? This is a plan that says we don't care about how many minutes you spend on the phone. We don't care how many texts you send. The only thing we care about, devices and data. Let me explain. This goes into place for new customers June 28th for Verizon. It is all based around getting you into as many devices as possible and being able to get you into as many different points of data accumulation as possible. What Verizon is going to do is charge $40 per cellular phone. This will be cellular or smartphone, but with data it's going to be about the smartphone, right? So $40 per phone, plus they have various different tiers of gigs for data that you can buy. For a family of 4, for example, you're probably going to want to protect yourself and go with something around 10. You can get away perhaps with a little bit less, but for the ease of conversation, let's go with 10. That will cost you $100 for 10 gigs of memory for the family. And then if you want to add on a tablet, that'll be another $10. So let's say for a moment that you had a family of 4, and you are going with the 10 gigs of data, and maybe even have an iPad. You're going to be at $40 for the 4 devices, right? So now we're at $160. $100 for your data plan, so now you're at $260, and then if you throw in that tablet, you're at $270. So that's a full-fledged data plan with maximum devices for a family of 4. There's a lot of other pricing, obviously, but that will change forever the way that we view data, cellular minutes, texting going forward. It's all going to be about the data and the devices, and I guarantee you that AT&T and others will be taking note very quickly. That is the cheat sheet for today. I got plenty more on the physical cheat sheet. Went a little long with those 2 stories. By the way, Game of Thrones, I just want to throw this one in there real quick. Game of Thrones is now nearly as watched illegally as it is legally. 4.3 million traditional viewers, 3.7 million viewers of illegally downloaded material. Interesting. That's the cheat sheet for today. See you tomorrow.